Hey, welcome back to another edition of Support Local Bands. I am your host, Chuck Diltz, and today's episode is entitled Stage Presence. Basically, this is in reference to the musicians side of things and where the musicians fall and what they do. If you haven't done so already, please, I urge you to go check me out on my Facebook page. Under Two Ton Shotgun, you'll see the replayed highlights of this awesome podcast that I try to get to. I am on episode 36. I think it's pretty cool. You can check me out on my Facebook page for the replay highlight, youtube.com/KingSwagger for the highlight, and on my Twitter page, so you can do that there. You can also check me out right here on Spreaker, on Spotify, on Apple, Google, iHeart, Deezer, and CastBox, along with Podcast Addict. So feel free to shoot me a message, download, like, comment. Heck, feel free to chat with me. I am on Facebook, so you can find me out here. And we can talk and discuss things a little bit. So, back to what I was saying. So, we have, today's episode is 36. I can't believe that's kind of crazy. I've had a lot of likes and a lot of downloads, a lot of live views, a lot of cool things. So I've had those while I've been doing this, and it's been pretty good so far, statistics-wise. But today I just wanted to capture a little bit of something about, from a fan perspective and for bands. And this isn't criticizing, because I am no means a showman, so to speak. I am a band manager. I do have a band that I manage, Vitruvia. And one thing I want to point out with those guys about Vitruvia is their stage presence. They are phenomenal on stage presence. They get the crowd excited. They get the crowd involved. They get the crowd hyped up. They get the crowd behind them. And the crowd truly, really, honestly loves these guys. And it's phenomenal to see. Not only is Tanner an awesome singer and bass player, but he gets the people involved. And Dana and Christian on guitars, they get the people involved too. And hey, even though, everybody picks on the drummer, I think he even enjoys playing in, and Kevin's a phenomenal drummer, by the way. So I think these guys have definitely earned their medal in being an awesome band with amazing stage presence and stage awareness and things of that nature. They really do get the crowd into it, and if you haven't seen a show, I can give you a shameless plug for that. The Gas Hall Dance House, 12/28, 2019, in Catasauqua, to see Vitruvia and a bunch of other awesome bands play, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, stage presence-wise. And I've been out and seen a bunch of local shows, a bunch of local bands, and I've seen some really good ones, and bands that know how to wow the crowd, know how to woo the crowd, know how to get the crowd involved. And then I've seen some bands that are just plain Jane stale. And I don't think it's a good thing to have a band up on stage and the singer isn't trying to be charismatic with the crowd, isn't trying to draw the crowd into him and the band, and I've seen singers where they just stand around and they're bored off their marbles because they just want to do what they're doing, and they want to get up, they want to perform. Maybe they got a case of the stage fright, I don't know, but I have seen some guys that just stand there looking like soldiers, and they're stone-faced, and they get through their performance, their vocals sound great, but they're just like scared. Man, if you're a band and you got some like groove into you, give it a whirl. I'm not saying dance in the entire show. Just get the crowd involved, get the crowd behind you, get the crowd to hype up and scream with you. Get the crowd pumped up and get them to sing the songs with you. I think that's the coolest thing, seeing the fans start to sing along with the band and make the songs more personal toward those fans that are singing with that specific band. I think that's amazing. And I'm not saying go up there and dance like Prince, because Prince was a completely different person. I'm not saying go up there and do jumping jacks and bounce around like Ozzy Osbourne, because Ozzy's completely insane. Or try and, do some David Lee Roth stuff, jump up in midair and then come back down and break a leg. I'm just saying, get involved, get the crowd involved, get their support, and make them sing songs with you. Stage presence is very key. A show isn't a show until you really can get the band to engage with the audience. If the audience isn't engaged with the bands, trust me, you'll know they'll all be sitting on their cell phones, texting away, talking to each other, and not really. They'll listen to the band, but they'll focus their attention on like a cell phone or on a conversation with a friend or something crazy. And I think that really stinks. I think that kind of takes the cake and kicks the band in the ego a little bit and drops them down. But, sometimes it happens. Now, am I saying they're a bad band? No, they might sound great, but if they're not, using their, pulling in the crowd to join them, then they're not really a showman. They're not really interested. They just want to get the set done, get on stage, get the people to look at them, and then walk off. I think that's totally wrong. Me being a band manager, I love it when I see Retruvia get into it with the fans, and the fans get into the song with them, and they sing, and they have a blast. And that's what it's all about. And, even though I'm no longer managing Horizontal, the singer for Horizontal, Jimmy, he was phenomenal with doing that. Him, Tony, those two guys really ripped it up on the stage presence and really got the people involved. The drummer was another one that got the people involved because they love to watch him slam and bang on them sticks, and he's a hell of a stick man. So shout out to Todd, Fry, and Tony and Jimmy and Mark the Animal from Horizontal. You guys have some amazing stage presence. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Get the fans engaged. Another band that I see that's really good at it, Traverse the Abyss, they get the fans involved. Another cool band that I see get the fans involved, Sister Salvation, them dudes get the fans going, and they have fun with the fans, and the fans have fun with them. And that's what it's all about, really, when it comes down to your whole stage presence. Let the crowd know that you are the band of the hour, and you're going to own your set until you're done and walk off that stage. And you're going to own that crowd until you walk off the stage. I think the best way to sum up a night is the roar of the crowd. If the crowd ain't roaring for you, you either didn't entertain them, didn't bring it home, or just didn't have it that night. But if you can wow them on the stage, get them involved, get them to sing, get them to shout out with you, and at the end of your set, they're roaring and screaming and cheering, and they want an encore, and you can do it, go back out and bust out an encore song just to give the fans a little more of what they want. But that's just me. That's my gist, my rap, stage presence. It's all about knowing that not only are you a singer, but you're going out to tell a story through your music. And if you're not telling that story from your music point of view, and you're not, trying to get the audience to feel in with your story or your song, I don't think you hit it on the nose as well as you were hoping. But that's just me. Again, what do I know? I'm a band manager and a podcast junkie. So I just wanted to give that shout out to you guys there. Kudos to the bands that I mentioned. Kudos to a lot of the bands. And it's not just bands. I mean, my buddy who is a phenomenal rapper, shout out to my boy Gallo. He's another phenomenal artist, and he has some amazing stage presence. That dude gets the crowd hyped. The kids love him. The adults love him. And he's just a hell of a rapper, and he's doing his thing. So shout out to you, my boy Gallo. Amazing rapper, amazing artist, and amazing everything. He's one of the guys that I would say gets a double A plus for tearing it up on stage and really getting the fans to join in with him, dance with him, sing with him, rap with him. Then he's another talented guy, that I don't always talk about because I'm usually talking on bands and stuff, but this page shouldn't just be for, bands. There's a lot of good hip-hop artists out there, a lot of good, country artists out there, a lot of good pop artists, a lot of good R&B artists. So, shout out to those guys who do their things. Another good guy and a good example of tearing it up on stage is my buddy Christian in the band Stillcraft. He is an amazing, amazing singer, and he really gets the crowd behind him. He's crazy good. So if you haven't seen a show with them guys, trust me, you'll want to. They blow it away every single time. And Christian gets the band and the crowd going together every single time he takes the stage, and every single time he leaves the crowd wanting more and more, and they keep going back, and the crowd loves him. So, when you got a good thing when the crowd wants you back every single time, and they want to see you every single time. That's how you know you're doing good. And when you go into another venue and that crowd follows you from one venue to another and they just want to see you because they can't get enough of you, that's how you know you're doing your thing as a band, that they're following you around and they love listening to you. So shout out to all you guys, Retruvia, Gallo, Stillcraft, Horizontal, Traverse. Keep on doing what you're doing and rock it out the best way y'all know how. I am going to get out of here. I will chat with y'all later. And I'll try and shoot another one tomorrow. So be safe, enjoy, rock out, support local, do your thing, enjoy your genre of music, and explore others. Because, hey, you never know. You might find a band out there that you like that you haven't discovered because you're stuck in a comfort zone. Jump out of your comfort zone and rock out. Peace. Much love to y'all.